Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Barca prodigy Pablo Gavi, as it has been reported that the young midfielder will be registered with the first team in January with Xavi's legendary number 6. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about the total number of players Barca have been linked with throughout the summer transfer window that just got finished yesterday. Incredible. Barcelona have reportedly been linked to up to 141 players during the summer transfer window. That's just a summary. We are going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As the dust settles on what was an eventful transfer window for Barcelona, Barcelona can have very few regrets from the summer. The Blaugrana managed to get in most of their top targets, although Bernardo Silva and Cesar Azpilicueta could not be roped in. Another thing that Barcelona could not get done is the contract extension of midfield prodigy Gavi. 18-year-old Gavi enjoyed a stunning breakthrough campaign last season and has since grown into a vital player to Xavi. However, he is currently in the final year of his contract. Barcelona have held talks over an extension with the Spanish international for months and are believed to have agreed the terms of a contract renewal with the midfield prodigy. But the club were holding out until he turned 18 years old in August so that his deal could be a long-term one. It has been nearly a month since Gavi became 18 years old, but Barca have not announced his extension as of yet, while the youngster is not registered with the first team either. Instead, Albert Rocha is reporting that Gavi will remain on the Juvenil A contract until January, at which point he will be registered as a first-team player. The journalist claims that Gavi will continue to don the number 30 shirt that he currently wears until that point. Once his registration as a first-team member is complete in January, the 18-year-old will be handed the number 6 kit that was once worn by none other than current manager Xavi himself. Dani Alves also wore the number 6 for a season after Xavi's exit back in 2015, while the most recent holder of the kit was Ricky Puig, who had it for the 2021-22 campaign. Now, Gavi will be handed the number 6 shirt when he is registered as a first-team squad member, which will be in January. The summer transfer window got finished yesterday. Pablo Gavi's contract have not still been extended. Of course, he turned 18 last month, and according to the La Liga rules, he could be handed a very long-term contract only when you turn 18 years old. But Barca were busy doing other things, finalizing other targets that need to be finalized to strengthen the squad. Of course, it is no issue because Gavi will still be, prolonged. His contract will still be extended, so there's no big issue with that. So January, according to this report, the player's contract will be extended. And interestingly, he will be handed the number 6 shirt, a number previously donned by legend Xavi himself. So, of course, Gavi has been an important player for Barcelona since his breakthrough last season under Ronald Koeman. And Xavi is now using him, most of the times. He's a very important player to the team, one of the best midfielders we have. Of course, our midfield is all good. All the players are extremely doing well. And Barca have a squad. We have a squad that you need to fear. That's a squad that we really wanted. And Laporta and Xavi are bringing it to us. So as the summer transfer window has finally come to a close, let's see how Xavi will manage the team to battle it out for trophies, to win trophies as we all expect them to do. So let's just give Xavi time because it's just a matter of time. And I do believe that this team will resurrect to the glory days of the past and bring us the joy that we the fans have been missing all through recent years. So let's see how it goes. Xavi now has a lot of players. The squad depth is incredible. Until there was a time Xavi even mentioned it himself that sometimes he also confuses which team he picks for a certain game. And that is something that is nice to have as a team if you really want to compete for trophies, right? Having the depth should be really there for the squad. And that is what Xavi have been trying to do, which I can think so far he have really succeeded in that. So the midfield, which is even one of the best departments right now, the attack is also so good. The defense now is even more good because the right back and left back were strengthened yesterday when Marcos Alonso and Hector Bellerin, left back and right back respectively, joined the club on deadline. So I think what we really wanted have been strengthened. So good business by Barcelona. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona's summer transfer window was a memorable one, considering that they entered the market with a lot of uncertainty surrounding their financial capabilities. But by means of triggering several economic levers and getting rid of unwanted players, the Blaugrana managed to bring in as many as 8 new players in the summer transfer window, with Robert Lewandowski being the biggest acquisition for Barcelona. There were a few top targets like Bernardo Silva and Cesar Azpilicueta that the La Liga heavyweights could not get over the line. As is the case with any transfer window, Barcelona were linked with a host of players over the course of the summer. According to data collated by Questra on Twitter, there were a total of 141 players that Barcelona were linked with during the transfer window. Talking about goalkeepers, heading into the summer, there had been some doubts over the future of Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who had a couple of ordinary campaigns of late. The Blaugrana were uncertain about their second-choice goalie as well, as Neto was headed out and there were the possibility of Inaki Pena being loaned out. It was Barcelona get linked with several goalkeepers, most notably Luis Maximayo of Granada and Kepa Arrizabalaga of Chelsea, among several others. However, in the end, there was no incomings in the position as the Catalans decided to stick with ter Stegen and Pena as their number 1 and number 2 in goal, respectively. Then talking about the defenders, defense was a major area of concern heading into the market for Barcelona, and the club needed reinforcements across the backline. And the rumor mill churned out a host of names, one after the other, as potential targets for Barcelona over the past couple of months. The Blaugrana ended up signing Jules Koundé, Andres Christensen, Hector Bellerin, and Marcos Alonso. But there were a few names that they missed out on. Cesar Azpilicueta was a top target at right back, while Inigo Martinez was also heavily linked. Thomas Meunier of Borussia Dortmund, Nusser Mazraoui, who snubbed Barca in favor of Bayern Munich, Antonio Rudiger, who signed for Real Madrid, were some of the other notable targets for Catalan giants Barcelona, among a total of 61 defenders who were linked in total. Then for midfielders, Barcelona entered the market with the aim of adding another midfielder while also hoping to offload Frenkie de Jong to ease their financial woes. Bernardo Silva was at the top of the wish list, with the Catalans trying up until the transfer deadline day to sign him, but to no avail. Ruben Neves, Martin Zubimendi, and Aurelien Tchouameni were all linked as well as potential long-term hires to Sergio Busquets, but Barca decided to push forward their search for that role until next summer. Fabian Ruiz was another long-term target who was again linked, while there were shock reports of interest in Paul Pogba, Isco, and young stars like Alberto Moriero and Kani Chukwuemeka. Of the total of 31 midfielders who were linked, Barcelona signed Frank Kessie and Pablo Torre. Then for forwards, despite adding 3 new attackers in January, Barcelona were once again in the market for new reinforcements to the front line. Erling Haaland was a top target heading into the summer, but he ended up joining Manchester City, forcing them to turn to Robert Lewandowski. Barcelona also fought hard to bring in Rafinha from, under the noses of Chelsea. There were links to Paulo Dybala, as has been the norm every summer, while Manchester United duo Cristiano Ronaldo and Marcus Rashford were also said to be on the radars of the club. Dani Olmo was another target who the club tried to and failed to sign on deadline day. Raheem Sterling, Sadio Mane, Lautaro Martinez, Lukaku were also big-name strikers to be linked, while the club also made an approach for ex-superstar Luis Suarez. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.